here to test the new Nintendo 64 game Tonic Trouble. In Tonic Trouble, the player is a little alien guy named Ed. Ed has to save the world from an evil mutant warlord and his army of crazed killer tomatoes, which we think sounds like a lot of fun. Let's find out.
Oh, that's disturbing.
Yes, that looks like a lot of fun. So there you have it. Proof positive that Tonic Trouble for Nintendo 64 is, that's right, a lot of fun.
Welcome to Remember 64, where this week, well, we're just a couple of purple janitors caught up in a real mix-up. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. Hi, if they're a returning listener or viewer, and welcome if this is your first time here, Remember 64. We will be playing, discussing the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between throughout the Nintendo 64's library, and more, actually, recently. My name is David Petrangelo, and I had no idea that popcorn got me buff, or swole, or whatever the kids say these days. Jiggy, you're younger than me. Is that what the kids say?
No, kids don't eat popcorn anymore.
Oh, that's what was off about what I said.
Yeah.
Popcorn part?
Yeah, they don't do the popcorn anymore. Yeah, they just skip it. They just go right to buff.
Right, just straight to buff.
Yeah. There was like a noticeable transition where every 12-year-old all of a sudden had a full beard and was like 6'8". And you're like, how old are you? And they're like,
just aging?
Maybe. You might
Maybe
have something there.
Maybe that's because that 12-year-old's now like 17. Maybe that's why.
You know what? Maybe I just thought that was weird because I never had that.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Did you look back? You can't grow a full beard when you were 12 years old? Come on.
No, I can't. I'm in my 30s and I still can't. Life sucks.
God damn. Go grow a beard and come back to me when you get that done. How about that?
Yeah, it's gonna look really straggly and
we are sitting here in late January recording this last couple days of the first month of 2026, which is already crazy to say, and we are talking Tonic Trouble, a game that was recently added to the Nintendo Switch Online. If you have the N64, which I believe is still part of the expansion pack, so you're able to play it there. But an Ubisoft platforming title that is not too dissimilar from Rayman 2, which we played roughly a year ago on the show, which was a fun time to go back to, and also was just actually added to NSO. So we'll get to it in just a second. But Tonic Trouble was a platformer that a few people have asked for over the last little bit. I know Jiggy was something that you were interested in playing again and stuff, and something that I never played before. So we're gonna chat about that in just a few minutes. I just wanted to first let everybody know that, of course, you can always send us a text message or a voicemail for free. voicecast.app/remember64. And we got another one just this week as well, which we'll jump into a little bit of a potential planning sesh live on air, everybody, live on air. Let's just hit play and read and listen to this one. Come on. Don't be afraid.
Great show, guys. I just found it from your top 2025 games episode. I was wondering if there is any chance you'd be covering Ocarina of Time, as it's always been one of my favorite games ever.
Okay, so I don't never heard of it, really. Actually, that's not interested.
Nah, I heard it's not good.
Actually, I heard that was almost Power Rangers level of not good.
Yeah.
So,
I heard that.
Of course, we covered Majora's Mask 2 years ago now-ish.
A long time ago. That was a good episode, though. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's actually one of our most listened to episodes as well. It was great. Luigi was with us, of course, so two of my co-hosts, I guess, throughout the years were together, and that was fun. It was a good time talking about that. A lot of stuff that we covered, but of course, Ocarina of Time is a trash game, but we do have to cover it at some point, so we will get there. I think something like this, I just said before we actually as we went live on our live stream right now, but just before the episode actually officially started, I thought when we got this text message a couple days ago, which by the way just has like an audio, I can press play and it reads it with like an AI voice or something. So that's where that came from. Person didn't write what their name was or where they came from, but all good. Talking about.
But the text was read in a woman's voice, so clearly you are a woman.
Clearly, obviously. And I said to Jiggy, I said, you know what? Like, it's such a big game that I feel like maybe we could lead up to it a little bit, kind of like we did with Banjo last year, where we played, Kirko Mod's latest mod, which was awesome. It's Nostalgia 64, and then we played the 2 GBA games as part of the Banjo franchise. And maybe we'll figure it out as we go, and maybe people can let us know which games they might want us to play. But maybe we can play a couple of like the earlier Legend of Zelda games, or even just like one that's later and stuff too, because there's a few that I haven't played in like the GameCube Wii era. But maybe older ones that lead up to it, ones that are a little bit different to what Ocarina feels like.
I have one. Hang on. Now I got to go grab it.
Oh, now you do. Oh, hello.
This is a, let me see. Where is it?
I don't know.
My brain is not braining when I'm looking for this.
Of course not. I'm going to focus right in on the video version.
Here we go. Found it.
Jiggy. Here we go. Let's get the focus on Jiggy. You don't need to see me with this. Show and tell.
So there's one Zelda game that I've always wanted to play that I've never played. And I never owned it. I never saw it anywhere. And recently I acquired it.
Ooh.
I never played this one on GameCube, the Four Sword Adventure.
That's Four Swords. Yeah.
I played the one that's like on DS and Game Boy Advance and stuff. But I never played this like GameCube equivalent, and this is supposed to be like really cool and interesting.
Zelda 4. I feel like that was a re-release of one of them, but they did the whole multiplayer thing in it and stuff. I can't remember exactly.
It looks way more fleshed out than that though. Like it looks way more fleshed out than the Four Sword Adventures that's like on Game Boy.
Right.
But it looks it's got Game Boy Advance connectivity, which is interesting. But that's definitely one that I've always wanted to play, and I've just never played it.
Now, can you take advantage of what it offers, like with like if we just played it ourselves? Like that's the thing that I wonder, because it'd be cool. I like the idea. But,
yes, I think this one you can.
Okay.
So I played the original Four Sword. I don't know if it's the original. That could be the original for all I know. But I played the
GBA one was the original, it looks like.
Yeah, I played that one with friends, and we did link cable.
Nice.
And that was really cool. That was a long time ago. Yeah. That was a lot of fun. But this one, I think you can play it single player. But you can also hook up your Game Boys. Right. But it looks like you almost just control 4 links simultaneously.
What? So it's kind of like a little bit more of like a puzzle experience almost in that way.
Yeah, it looks different. It looks different than the Game Boy one. Like it doesn't look like the same game. It looks like a totally different game, just with the.
I'd be down to play either of those because I've never played those ones. I know of them, but I've never played those ones. And then I thought we could do a couple, so that could be one.
I bought this for $60. Let me know if I got a good deal on it.
Oh, okay. So we have to play that. You spend money on it, man.
I spent. Oh yeah, I bought it. I wanted it. I was like, and look,
$60.
Look, the guy gave it to me complete in box in like a sealed like.
Oh yeah,
I don't put any of my GameCube games, but this one's in it.
Nice. There we go.
Yeah,
because the cases like that, you don't need them as much, right? Because the cases aren't paper. Like
I'm not worried. I'm not worried about it. It's coming off. So when I play it, it's coming off, and it's probably never going back in there. But
yeah,
collectors can cringe all they want. It doesn't bother me.
Yeah, that's okay. You got
games are meant to be played.
All right, so there's that. So you know what I might do is we'll talk about it, but I might put a little poll out there, maybe on a YouTube post and like on social media and stuff. Look for that in the next little bit. I don't know exactly when we'll get to them, but the hope is that we'll at least play a couple of Zelda games, and the goal would be sometime this year we'll get to Ocarina of Time, but
we'll get to it.
Yeah, we'll get to it, and really decide if it's actually that trash like everybody says and believes. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll give it the old college try.
The first 20 minutes, the college try.
I don't know about this game.
I don't know, man. I feel like I'm not doing anything. I hit a chicken and then it came after me. Now what?
Yeah.
Is that what this game is?
That's all the game is. It's a chicken hitting simulator.
I jumped off a tree and then I talked to a tree and I'm like, I'm bored. I'm out of here. I don't know. We'll get to it. Okay, let's get to Tonic Trouble. Jiggy, look back. First off to you, sir. I know that you had some history with this game, and you have another little bit of a show and tell, I believe.
Yes. Okay, so let's start with the history. The history is this is one of the games I got in my massive haul.
Yay! I feel like you have 700 games, even though 700 doesn't exist.
The story, for those who haven't heard it, for the billionth time, is I went to a movie rental store that was closing down with my dad, and he bought me just like a crap ton of games. And this happened to be one of them. And we picked it up actually because I really liked Rayman 2. I had that one first. That was one of my favorite N64 games that I owned. And my dad knew that and saw this and just kind of was like, oh, you're probably going to like this. And I saw the picture and I was like, oh, I'm probably going to like this. When I found out it was a 3D platformer. Sure. And didn't realize it was made by the same people that made Rayman. We didn't process that. We just saw it looked like Rayman. Yeah. And we made that comment. And it was actually my older cousin. She came over with her boyfriend at the time, and he's like, oh, it's made by Ubisoft, the same people that made Rayman. I was like, it is? Ooh. And then when we're playing, like, you see all the little nods and references to Rayman. Like, I'm sure we'll talk about it a little bit, but like right in the beginning, the sliding down the snow mountain, there's a little like Rayman hieroglyph or whatever you'd call it in the mountain. It was pretty cool. But what I wanted to do, and mainly because I want to talk about this right now,
please do,
is I found out, I did not know this, I found it out later, that the PC release in other countries, not North America, but in the Europe and Italy and stuff, they had a deal. So instead of popcorn that turns Ed into Super Ed.
Mm-hmm. We'll get to that. That's for sure. Yeah. Hey,
it was Nestle Crunch.
Yes.
Any excuse for me to just eat candy. I thought that was great. I didn't know that, and I was like, "Wait, what?" And
it's so crazy that they did. Actually, let's talk about that quickly now, since you brought it up. So in the game, and we'll get to this sort of get into the detail. Good chocolate. I mean, Crunch is pretty good. Crunch is one of the ones that like my mom always had for some reason. It was like her favorite. That and Crunchy, which I believe is the one with the toffee inside.
Oh, I don't think I've had that one. I like a good Crunch bar. I like Bunch of Crunch. That's like my movie snack.
Oh yeah, those are good.
Like the little box, yeah.
Those are nice. Yeah. So with this, this is like getting into like even before we even talk about the game itself, but because you brought it up, it's funny. So this is something I knew about beforehand, but didn't really realize how it was utilized. Essentially, what happens is, as Ed, the main character, some parts of the game, which I think it's at least once in every world or almost every little level that you're in, he goes up to a popcorn machine that looks like kind of like a slot machine, honestly, or like one of those ones where you turn the dial and like a toy comes out, like whatever that would, or like a classic office water cooler, like that kind of shape, if you think about it. Yeah, pulls the lever, eats some popcorn, and turns into this big buff version of himself, and shows off his jiggy look back muscles. Yeah. So this is so random. But I took a couple notes as to like how this came about and stuff like that, and the fact that it was just, so it says Ubisoft entered the partnership with Newman's Own. So if anyone's seen Newman's, it's got sort of an older guy's cartoon face on the packaging, and it's just homemade popcorn. You just end up putting whatever you put in the microwave, one of those, or on the stovetop or something, right? Been around for I think ages. So the idea was that Tonic Trouble's Windows release would actually include a package of popcorn, which is funny.
Interesting.
And honestly, something that when you think about it, like PC packaging, it's sort of like roughly the size of an N64 box, maybe a little bit bigger if it's just a disc or something, right? That's classically how those things were sold. You slide a little bag of popcorn in, I think you're good. I think you got it. I think that makes sense. So in November of 1998, Newman's Own started packing $10 rebate coupons inside Tonic Trouble boxes. 4 million boxes of popcorn products, where the coupons would expire on June 1st of 99. So they were very ambitious and put this in 4 million boxes.
Bro, Do you have one? Are you about to
No.
pull it out?
I don't have one.
Bro, if I knew
just
about this, I would order it. I would find one and I would eat it.
Yes,
I would try
100%. It. Yeah. Every coupon redeemed with Ubisoft, the company was also going to donate $1 to the Hole in the Wall Gang Camp in France, which is a camp for kids in France, and where I think it was a French studio that, or at least partially a French studio that put this game together. So that's why it was there. Mm-hmm. But I thought that's kind of cool. It's not just here's a giveaway, here's a promotion. Hey, at least they're doing something with it, right? So that's very interesting. It's it's microwave popcorn. It's take it or leave it. It's cool. It's random, but it adds to the personality of this game, I think.
You know what's funny? I actually I did not own the PC version of this game ever, but I did have in our garage, like of all things. First it was in our basement, then it was in our garage, and it was like this thing. For some reason, my parents had this random like graphics card that was still in the box. They never like put it in their computer. I'm assuming that's what the intention was. I don't know why they had it. It was like a graphics accelerator or something.
Right.
And one of the games that was advertised on the back of like benefiting from this was Tonic Trouble. And I remember like seeing that as a kid and being like, this is so cool. And seeing the PC version, like a screenshot of it and being like, that looks so much better than the Nintendo 64 version. And I was like, I don't know, 10?
I wonder if it is. I'm gonna pull that up while we're talking because I have the 64 gameplay pulled up that'll show in a minute, but I'm curious to see the difference.
It does look better. It's not like it still looks like Tonic Trouble.
Sure.
But it does look better. And what's really cool is the beginning cutscene. I'm sure other cutscenes are different too, but like I think the beginning cutscene is dramatically different.
Oh.
Yeah,
I like the beginning cutscene. It's kind of very slapstick, you know?
Yeah, it is. It's still got that, but it's like way more fleshed out. And like he has like a whole court scene where he's like, a court scene where he's like in a prisoner garb, and they're like ordering him to go like fix the problem and stuff.
Because this is already very different.
One, he just sort of like decides to go down and
just
it himself. It doesn't really. Yeah, it doesn't really.
Okay, let's see. Okay, so here's the PC one. I love how the 64 show is showing the PC version of this game. Middle school, and they just added it to NSO. Yeah, we're just talking about that. You should check it out. You should check it out.
Weird again, that it got added to NSO. So freaking weird.
Oh, yeah, that's a full-on like cartoon. All right. So in comparison, here's part of the 64 one.
Yeah, this is the one I remember. And all the music.
Oh, there's the music.
Rayman 2.
So Rayman, yeah. Yeah, there's a difference. There's a difference in the way it looks. Yeah.
And I mean, let's be real. Well, I mean, that's like a full animated cutscene.
Yeah, it really is.
But even the gameplay does look better. Like the models are much better. Like they're different. Sometimes they're just different. I'm like, why are they different? Like the Tonic looks different on the PC version.
Oh yeah, everything's a little bit cleaner, which does make sense.
Yeah.
I'm sure I don't know, but I'm sure it plays somewhat similar.
It plays pretty much exactly the same though.
Yeah. It looks like it probably would. Okay, so Tonic Trouble is a little bit of an odd one. I would say. I think like it's got such a random setup. Like I said in my little quip at the beginning, Ed is a janitor on I don't remember what like the spaceship is called.
I don't remember the spaceship either.
I don't know if it even matters. But essentially what happens is he drops this like tonic that creates this weird substance on the planet, and all the fruits and vegetables come alive, and you got to save the day. And like, sure, I mean, I guess
so he like has this experimental tonic that like mutates things that it touches. It like evolves them or something, and he drinks a little bit of it and then throws it up, and then this hatch opens up. that these screws are in, and they like come alive, and then they start moving, and it falls to earth, and everything starts coming alive. But like there's like the main guy, what is his name? When I was a kid, I said
Grog. I don't know.
I think it's supposed to be Grog, but when I was a kid, I said Grow because that felt.
Ooh, look at you! You're so cultured. Ooh.
It is French too.
Yeah, GRO GH, I think so. Yeah,
yeah.
It could be Grow, but because it's French, yeah.
Yeah, he's like a Viking, and it really he just gets it in the N64 game and like drinks some of it and starts laughing. In the PC version, I know in that cutscene he like gets kicked out of like a bar and he's like, "Oh, we want more," and then it falls right in front of him. He's like, "That's what I'm talking about." Basically.
Let's see. I want to find it.
It's right at the beginning.
Oh, Ed's got a spaceship. There's a whole thing going on here.
Oh yeah, look at him go. I'm telling you.
That's cool. I like it. That's cool.
And that guy, fun fact, because this is connected to Rayman 2, the general in Tonic Trouble also appears as the guy who sells the robot to Captain Razorbeard in Rayman 2, which is a really cool, fun little nod.
Yeah. That's so funny. So really it's an excuse to kind of send this wacky character down to a planet and collect a bunch of stuff in order to save the day kind of thing.
Yeah, he literally just goes down, like his goal is to just get the tonic, and he meets the doc, and the doc's like, "Oh, I need you to go collect this, I need you to collect this, I need you to collect this." Like it's a lot of I think
he's like, "All right, cool."
Yeah, basically he just agrees with everything. I'm like, all right.
He's Ed's a funny looking character with a funny personality and a whole bunch of weird characters around him and stuff. It's really just an excuse to have like this really cartoony interaction with a bunch of different characters and stuff. Like it's fine. You're not going for the story. You're going to collect some stuff, play a few levels, put some random ideas together, and do a little 3D platforming, I think. And I was very confused at the beginning. I had no idea what I was doing. I was like,
they kind of throw you in there.
Yeah, because it's like go here, and I didn't really understand where it was going or necessarily why. It's collect this thing. I'm like, I don't know what that means. And it's kind of like a hub world. You know, you're in this one area has branching paths that go to different other spots, and you need to have a certain amount of collectibles to unlock this door and this door, or certain ability to unlock that stuff you've seen before, but doing it in its own like quirky way and stuff like that. So it's the whole setup of it is totally fine, and the story might be unique, but it's really just a goofy thing, and there's nothing wrong with that. So I thought that was kind of fun. Do you remember sort of going through this as you grew up, Jiggy? Like, was it something where, is this one of those games, I guess I ask, is because it's not a huge game, but it's not tiny either. Is this one of those games where you remember, oh, I played the whole thing. I went and I tried to get all the collectibles. Oh, I only played the first couple levels because it was just one of those games. Like, what was your sort of, when you grew up as you played it?
It is one of those games I got pretty far in. I don't think I ever finished it.
Okay.
But the main reason was I didn't have a controller pack. So it's one of those games I replayed the first couple levels like a billion times.
Yeah. If you don't have the controller pack and it's necessary, 100% this would be one of those. Yeah.
It was just, it's just like Rayman 2. I did the same thing with Rayman 2 until I got a controller pack. Yeah. But I don't know that I ever went and got and finished this one. But I do remember I played this one for a long time, and I had my N64 just like on. And like I just kept playing it. Yeah. But I think it's possible the power went out one night and it was cataclysmic, and I just never went back to Tonic Trouble after that.
Right.
But I remember it so fondly, and it actually made my own list. I made a list of like 10 weird N64 games I loved growing up, and this was on there. Only for it to be released on NSO like 2 weeks later. I was like, did I just like manifest that? Like, what just happened? Because I never hear anyone talk about this game other than like weird, obscure, like somebody looks into platformers kind of people. But
I remember for some the cover of this game looks vaguely familiar, but I wasn't really ever really paid attention to it. You know, my whole story is very different from Jiggy's as far as what I played. growing up on the 64. So like this just was never on my radar, even though games like this were. Like I knew what Rayman 2 was growing up. I mean, even if it was a later one, but I never bought it because I was in sort of on my way to moving on to whatever the next console was. And I think I was playing too much No Mercy when that game came out because it came out very, very close together. But this was before that. This is a little bit earlier than Rayman, and I think I would have had fun with this growing up. I think I would have enjoyed this. Same thing as you. I don't know if I would have. I had a controller pack, but I still don't know if I would have like beat it because I just played other games or because it's single player or things like that were just sort of the rotation of games that I played and stuff. But it's not as big as Rayman 2, not as long. It has similar ideas. I think it's a little simpler, but not in a bad way.
It's prototype Rayman 2. That's what it is. It's them experimenting, seeing how Rayman would work. I'm pretty sure they actually stated that it's like just them tech demoing basically, and they just decided, hey, we should just make this a game because they were having fun with it. And so they finished it. And that's the story of Tonic Trouble.
Yeah. And the thing reminds me too, the creator of it, where's the name here? Michael Ansel.
Oh yeah.
Who created Rayman in 95. Like he is the original Ansel. Yeah. He's the the original creator of the first Rayman game that came out in 95. And said that for Tonic Trouble, he was inspired by Day of the Tentacle and the world traveling mechanic of Zelda Comes Back, A Link to the Past. So those were a couple of ideas that he pulled from. I love the Day of the Tentacle pull here because I love that game. It's like a very early point and click adventure that I played growing up that is just so funny. I mean, if you've played anything that Double Fine has made over the years with their goofy personality and their cartoony nature and stuff. So like they're the guys that did what's the music, the Jack Black rock music one?
School of Rock? What are you talking about?
No, that's the movie. No, the game. He
plays Brutal Legends.
Brutal Legend. Yeah, so they made that game. They made a bunch of games. They're the ones who created Psychonauts, like stuff like that. So that kind of quirky personality. Yeah, Double Fine does a lot of weird games like that and cool ideas and original ideas, which makes sense because that's what Tonic Trouble is. And that's honestly what Rayman is too. It's like, even though it was new in 95, it still feels like extra original in a way, just because of the way things look and the character designs and world designs and things like that. And I think Tonic Trouble is sort of like it makes sense. It still looks like it's an evolution of the older 2D Rayman games. So I think that makes perfect sense. And I at first I felt like the game was a little clunky, and it is a little bit. It controls a little bit. I don't know, boxy is the right way, but like he moves a little stiff sometimes. Doesn't move very fast. Or every time he stops, he like stops on a dime, which I know is kind of part of his personality, kind of thing. It just sort of his body reacts to it and stuff. But once I got used to, okay, this is how they want me to see the world. This is how the camera works. This is how he moves. His jump is fine and controllable and stuff. But I thought it was pretty good to control. It felt, not very difficult. I think I died maybe like a couple times, mostly because I fell off platforming, not because, oh, hey, look at, I gotta pause that.
Nestle Crunch.
Oh, this is the people.
I was just looking at that. I'm like, I thought that was only the PC version. It must just be
it must just be the European version, the PAL version. There's a crunch machine instead of the popcorn. All that talk about popcorn before. Jiggy,
but they did popcorn. It still dispenses popcorn.
Yeah, that's right. It's not even. Yeah, that's interesting. That's so funny.
It's the crisped rice inside of the Crunch Bar. That's what you're getting.
That's what it looks. Yeah, it's because I guess so. That's so funny that this long play that I'm playing must just be like the European version of it. There's Big Ed, Super Ed. Great part of the game is his sound effects.
Absolutely,
every single thing he does is funny. I think. Let's see if we can get a little sound.
The soundtrack is pretty good too, honestly.
I like it. Yeah,
it is very like they're going for like the spy motif.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
It does have a spy sort of vibe to it.
Yeah, because you're kind of like infiltrating, right? Because some of the stages lead you up to the castle that take you to the grog guy, and you're kind of trying to make your way in there while the enemies try to take you down, kind of thing. And it's fun because he's just like this random character. You know what I mean? Like he's just this guy. Even if I totally forgot that he was a janitor to start, that he was just like a guy that drops. I thought he was like, oh, this guy's a hero. No, he's supposed to be like the average Joe kind of thing, right? And he's the hero for that. So
well, that's what cracks me up because he goes and he gets his weapon is this other robotic janitor's like feather duster, and it's just like the feather duster part comes off and it's just the stick, and he uses that as his weapon in the game. And it's like he's experienced with that, so he's like he flips it around like he's a freaking ninja warrior or something, and then utilizes it in many unique and different ways, like a pogo stick.
Oh yeah, the pogo stick. It uses it's literally called a pea shooter. That's literally what they call it. It's just so funny. It's cool. Like it's at first I was like, is this a game where you, because I didn't know really all that much about it other than, oh, it's Ubisoft. Jiggy told me it's, early Rayman. I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. That actually helped me sort of realize or sort of set my expectations of what this game might be. But I was wondering, oh, maybe there's no weapons and you just jump on enemies, because for the first stage, you just have to avoid things. There is no
pretty much.
That's all it is. So for the first, like, whatever, half hour, 40 minutes, whatever it was, you're not actually killing anything or knocking anything out. You're just sort of making your way around the stage. And it kind of acts as a little bit like a tutorial. And it actually gives you a good sense of what the game feels like, what the platforming feels like. And there isn't a ton of like really difficult platforming, but you do have to be able to understand what the physics of the game is, what Ed feels like, all that stuff. And I think this first little section here did a good job of that. And then you get your little whacking stick, like you said. So, and then it just kind of goes from there. So, did you have a favorite, I guess, weapon or item that he uses? Because he's got a melee, he's got the pea shooter, which is just, a range shot. Eventually you get the pogo stick, and then you can fly, which I guess isn't directly related to the stick, but did you have a favorite then, and do you have a favorite now?
Well, the flying would always
the flying, okay,
the top of the top. But I actually think the pogo stick's pretty silly. It's funny, like I guess I just reference everything from Banjo-Tooie. So I'm like, oh yeah, it's gliding like Kazooie. Oh yeah, it's like Banjo hopping in his backpack. Like it's very similar. It's a little stiff, but it's fine. It works.
Yeah, the pogo stick's pretty stiff, but I found at least they do something with it. It's not like, oh, you just can, because the whole idea is that you're supposed to be able to hop on top of like hot spots, like lava, like sort of shallow lava spots and all that. And I thought that's kind of cool. But then they say, oh, but if you find like certain things on the ground, you can actually smash them, and it takes you like underground, and you can get more collectibles or a key or some version of a key or something like that. And then it kind of gets you to go back to levels in order to unlock stuff and get enough items to be able to progress in the story. And I didn't think that would be a thing. I thought like, okay, you can go back and collect notes or puzzle pieces and stuff in Banjo or a star or coins in Mario 64 and things like that. But like, I don't know, for some reason I thought this was like one of those, oh, you're one and done. You beat the stage, you move on, you got your ability, you move on kind of thing. But no, they do a little more with it. They want you to go back. They want you to sort of, you can experience these somewhat short levels again, and then you can actually go to areas you couldn't reach before. And
yeah, exactly.
I like that. I was surprised. It was sort of a late game thing for me, because you have to collect, I think they're called antidotes, which are these little swirly sort of things, which I guess you could kind of equate them to what the notes are in Banjo-Kazooie, because there's a decent amount of them per level. There's not like only 10 or 5 or something. and you need a certain amount in order to get to the final stage and boss. And I was so close. I had like 12 left, and I'm like, I'm going to go for it. And you know what? It wasn't a pain in the ass. I thought it was going to be. It actually,
yeah, it's not. It's not like the tribals in Jet Force Gemini.
Oh my god,
it feels doable.
Yeah, it was. I think it took me probably, I don't know, maybe an extra 45 minutes to an hour. I don't know exactly, because I played this on NSO because I knew it was going to be kind of like on the go a decent amount through the last few weeks. And I played a little bit at home, but then also played it partially on the train to and from work. So it was a good sort of, oh, there's my save spot, my save state. I'll pick it back up, do things like that. And so I don't remember exactly how long it took me, but it was something like that. And I had, like 10 or 12 left, went to like 3 different stages maybe to get them. So it wasn't a ton. And I didn't have to like rehash everything over and over. You don't have to get all the keys again. You don't have to unlock everything again. You don't have to do stuff like that. You can just go to the areas that you can now access with like flying or the pogo stick or whatever. And then I actually finished the game. I actually went through the whole thing. I didn't.
Yeah, and you got the whole like ending thing where it's like, yeah, we're gonna take care of the Earth now.
Yeah, that's right.
It's like we need to go green. It was like a weird like
environmental message suddenly.
Yeah, that meant nothing. That had no like context. It was just like, we're gonna throw this in there because it sounds good.
Yeah, it's like you don't get any sense of that the whole way through, really.
Yeah. I bet this tonic didn't cause the problems at all. I bet that was the world being mad at us for destroying the environment, kids. We need to do better. That's what it was. I'm not even joking. It's something like that.
It's 100% what that is, because like the whole thing is that most of the enemies, if not all, other than like the Vikings, are like nature based or food based. You know. So there's corn that shoots stuff at you. There's the tomatoes, like you heard in the commercial off the top, that roll, which are a huge pain in the ass, by the way. And a whole bunch of other sort of foods and stuff. And I guess they're angry because people suck. I don't know. I guess that's kind of the idea.
I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't really know why they're angry.
Yeah. The other thing too is that
tired of being eaten.
I guess. I mean, I would be too. Let's be honest. Like, I get it in a way. The other thing too is at the end you get to be with your, I guess, girlfriend. Which is is it the scientist's daughter? I can't remember if it is.
It's the scientist's daughter. It's the doc's daughter.
I have to get something.
Isn't it like Liz or something?
I think it's Susie.
Susie, that's it. Yeah. I think you're right. I confirm that, like I'm 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure it is.
Pretty sure it is. Right. I got it. I took screenshots of the couple of things that they say. I have to pull up my Switch so I can find it. I should have loaded it up so I can find it. But there's a whole lot of sexual innuendo going on between Ed and Susie, and it is hilarious, especially for being in a kid's game. Oh no, is my Switch dead? I will find it. I'll get to it.
Agent XYZ.
Oh yeah.
He's like eyes behind a newspaper.
Yeah, that's part of the spy thing or whatever.
The doc looks like Albert Einstein. Stereotypical.
Einstein, or he looks like, Doc from Back to the Future, that kind of mix.
Either way, they both
which
look
is
like
also
Einstein.
it's kind of but like a character like
he has the
that,
mustache, though.
Yeah, that's true. That specific character is very Day of the Tentacle. I don't know if you've played that game or
I haven't actually.
Yeah, it's really good. They also have like a re-release version of it. On Steam it's probably super cheap and stuff.
I'm pretty sure I have it on PlayStation actually. Like I think I got it as like a free game one time.
Wouldn't be surprised. I mean, it's like 35 years old now or something like that.
Dang.
All the characters kind of look the way that the doctor looks in this game. Kind of quirky, weird hair, sort of exaggerated face expressions, and they kind of move kind of funny or whatever. And so does your main set of characters too. Really, really weird sort of cartoon idea, but that game is just so funny. It's so cool. All about time travel and tentacles, like giant alien tentacles trying to take over the world. It's so random. But I could see the inspiration in this too when I read that was one of the things. Did you have any like did you remember any of it, since you didn't necessarily play the whole thing or potentially play the whole thing then? Like, was there anything that we were like, oh yeah, this lever, oh yeah, this item or that collectible or anything? Yeah.
So many things. So many things. I completely had the first like, I would say probably the first hour basically memorized.
Nice.
I was like, I remembered everything. I was like, yep, I remember this. Like, I remember exploring the vegetable HQ here.
Yeah.
I remember this. Yep, this little floaty like ship thing. It's like a platform, but I thought it looked like a surfboard.
It totally looks like a ship with like a old Viking sailboat without the sail.
Something.
That's like what it looks like to me. Yeah.
It's a Viking kayak. But yeah, there was so many things. I'm just like, oh my gosh, yeah, I forgot about this. Oh yeah, and then like the music and it just the sounds of this game, which are very Rayman 2, but they're also their own thing. Very like high pitched, like dings and like stuff like that. It all takes me back. Like I vividly remember playing this, and the cover art. Honestly, you kind of mentioned it, but the cover art is one of the more striking cover arts of any N64 game I think I've played.
Yeah, I'm gonna
like the color scheme really contrasty and really bright. It's like a yellow swirly sort of thing. It's like Buck Bumble, but there's no darkness in it. There's no like, it's all bright colors and just super vibrant.
Purple and green and red and orange, and like a whole bunch of things, which is this game. But I think like, I feel like the cover is even more like
it's intense.
It's intense. I was expecting a little more like angry tomatoes. Honestly, it was like, it's such a big like thing that they go for on the cover and in sort of like showing this game that like, it feels like there's not enough of them. I thought that was like the big bad, it was like a giant tomato. Almost. Nope. It's just like
big bad's a Viking
that rolls. Yeah, there's some random Viking or whatever. I mostly liked the level design in the game. I think it was pretty good. It's pretty straightforward. I was a little worried that going back to the stages, like I mentioned before, would have been just such a big pain in the butt that like, oh, I don't want to sit through this level for so long or whatever. But none of them really like overstay their welcome, even when you play them for the first time. So I thought that was helpful. I'm charging my Switch now so I can see how long I played the game and stuff.
They do a lot of like, especially in the first beginning part of the game, there's a lot of like really slow paced platforming and riding of platforms and
Viking kayak.
Yeah, it's very slow though. Like you can see it if you're watching this on YouTube. You can see how slow the platforms move. They really they do it a lot. And it is something that does carry into Rayman 2. They don't do it a lot in Rayman 2, but the levels that do have some sort of riding platform mechanic are very slow paced and some of my least favorite levels. And that's a lot of Tonic Trouble. So I will say, like, as far as that goes in the level design, I'm not a huge fan of that. But it does get better later on as you get to fly and sort of just bypass it.
Yeah, that's true. Because like this level in particular that we're looking at. Oh, now it went to an ad, so we're not looking at it. But what happens is you go back to these levels, like I mentioned, and there's like this one in particular has a swirl of sort of wind in this area. And once you get the ability to fly, you can kind of fly past this spot, or you can fly through it and grab a different collectible that you missed last time. At least it gives you a little something else. You're not doing the exact same thing. You're not just saying, oh, I missed that one thing on that one platform that I just happened to not look at in that direction that last time I was in that stage. So that takes you somewhere or whatever. But yeah, I think the whole time not the whole time, but part of the time when I was playing this, I was like, oh, this is definitely Rayman 2. This is definitely Rayman feel and all that. But just a slower, I don't know if clunky is even the right word, because I still felt fine controlling the whole game. But
well, you said something earlier, it was like boxy, and I think it's very precise. It's not that it's clunky. It's like, you jump forward, you're jumping forward. It's not, there's no nuance to it. There's no like Rayman like roll and like aerial movement. It's like full send.
Yeah, he Rayman moves a lot more. He's just got a lot more movement to him. He's faster.
Fluid. He's more fluid.
Yeah, exactly. And there's not really a whole lot of fluid movement in this at all. I don't even think the flying to me, actually, you said the flying was cool. It was okay. I found it a little bit frustrating, because it's very much that whole like dip and like dive and go up, or make sure you get that gust of wind, otherwise you're definitely not going to make that next
going
area
down.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a pain in the butt that way. So there's some stages that there's one particular stage that relied on it a little too much. It's pretty much the whole stage. It's fine, but I didn't enjoy it all that much, because I was like, okay, I just got to get the collectibles, and it'll be fine. And that's it. I just felt it was just fine.
Because the bow tie is more like a gliding, and then like in Rayman 2, it's like a helicopter. Like I don't know.
It makes more sense. It feels better to kind of have, like, when Rayman does it, kind of feels like, I don't remember if I said this at the time, but it kind of reminds me a little bit of, if you've played, I mean, a lot of platformers do this now, but if you've played Super Mario World or Super Mario Brothers 2, the sort of quirky one with Birdo in it and stuff like that one, when you play as Peach and she kind of like floats when you double jump.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it feels like. And yeah, a lot of games do that now, but for an early 3D platformer, early-ish 3D platformer that Rayman 2 had, it felt pretty good. This doesn't have that. It's a little bit more like jump, like you said. You're jumping forward? Okay, you're jumping forward.
Yep. That's what you do.
Yeah. And it's fine. It works for the game, but it's nothing special, I think. And then there's a whole bunch of weird collectibles that you have to get. I thought that was really random. I didn't know what the hell was going on. There's the swirly things that I mentioned.
The swirly antidotes.
Antidote. That's what I think.
You get the thermostats, which are your health, and you collect enough of those. You collect 10, and you get a health extension. And those thermostats stack. So if you get like 3 in a level, it won't tell you got more than 3. But if you get the remaining 7 in the next level, you'll just get like your extra health thing. So it could be a surprise sometimes.
Yeah, because you could check your stats. You could check what you're at. You could look in the menu and sort of see where things are. But I thought that was good. I mean, it's a little bit of a generous thing. It makes the game a little bit easier, where it's like, oh, you don't have to collect 10 in each level. It's just 10 overall. And that, I thought that was pretty good. I maxed out my health by the time I got to the end of the game. I wasn't really searching for these, so they're pretty accessible, and you don't need to get every single one in order to max out your thermostat health or whatever. So, and then you need 160 of the little antidotes out of, I think it's 180 or 190, some random number like that. And it's a lot. I was like 160. I'm gonna be here for friggin' weeks. And there's roughly 20 per level, so there's a decent amount of them.
And then you have your health, which is like these little, I actually don't know what they are. They just like, do they reference them as like stones or something? They're like, they have little stones.
They have little faces on them.
When I was a kid, I thought they were coins, and they were weird. I don't know.
I think they're a sphere, so I think they're like a marble, maybe. Like, it kind of looks like a gray marble. Not that marbles bounce necessarily.
Yeah, I thought it was like a silver dime is what I thought it was like when I was a kid, or a quarter.
Yeah, like what?
And they were just like animated so that you see them, But yeah, they are kind of like gooey. They look almost like gooey. Like maybe they're supposed to be like drops of the tonic. Now that I think about it.
Oh yeah, maybe you're right. It could be that.
But it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Again, the game's pretty generous. You get, there's like at least a handful of sort of 1-ups throughout each level, which is just like an orange version of Ed's head, and they're sort of scattered throughout the stages and stuff.
I'd say it's probably more gold. But fun fact, the mask in Rayman 2, one of the masks is Ed's face, like that.
Oh, I don't remember that at all.
Yeah.
At the time, I probably didn't really know what this game was, so that's probably why.
Maybe the second one you get is Ed's face, and that's pretty funny too.
Nice, because he's kind of got like, he doesn't have limbs like Rayman does. Kind of got similar body structure or whatever.
Yeah, they're very much in the same universe.
Yeah, exactly. They're having fun with it. And then there's the stuff you have to collect for the dock.
Yeah, and
It's so random.
Yeah, he needs spinning propeller things.
He needs
okay.
He needs flying pigs.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay.
Yeah, and he just like makes something out of it. I'm not even convinced he always makes something out of it. Sometimes I think he just gets it because he wanted it for something. And he's like, oh, and you can have this as like your payment, basically.
Yeah. It's like, thanks for getting me that thing I forgot.
Yeah, what's the one he says like a goldfish bowl or something that you put on your head, and it's like doesn't it look more like a beaker, like a science beaker, like you just like put it on your head?
Yeah. So in order to swim underwater, one of the sort of abilities is like, oh, here's, and then you go to a level that has a lot of swimming and stuff. Is it's a fishbowl, but because Ed's head looks like a beaker, really, you're right. That's actually exactly what it looks like. He puts it on and it just goes boop, which is a great sound effect, by the way.
Yeah.
And then he can swim underwater indefinitely, which is a nice touch. But yeah, 100% it looks like a beaker.
Mm-hmm.
But he's a doctor or scientist. Like maybe he's got his doctorate, so he's a scientist. And
yes,
and that is one of the beakers that he lost. I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Something like that. I have no idea.
Maybe I don't know.
I guess that's one of the abilities too, is you can swim underwater. I thought that controlled pretty well. I thought it was pretty good.
It's fine. There's nothing in this game that I'm like, this controls bad. Like, really?
Yeah, there's just at times the flying was not ideal, but no, it's not bad. It's definitely not bad. That's true.
Yeah, it's like it's fine. It makes sense. It's just I think you're just we're kind of looking at early 3D clunkiness. Yeah. It has a little bit of that. Like they're still figuring out how to like master controls and stuff. But and
master the camera as you're doing things like that we had to do before, right?
But it's pretty solid for like one of the first 3D platformer game. I don't know, when did this release? What year?
This was, I think it was 97. I'm gonna double check. I wrote it down.
It's a fairly early 3D platformer.
So it was announced in April 97, slated for release in December of 97. And so late 97. So pretty early. Yeah, that's pretty early on. And then wasn't Rayman 2000 or 99? So
Rayman's later. Yeah, I think it's 99.
Yeah, it's one of the later ones. It's pretty good. I like the fact that you get a good feel for what this is, like what they're trying to do makes sense, all that kind of stuff. So I think like it makes sense that this is where Rayman came from. And the other thing I wrote down, it's funny now that you were asking when it came out, I wrote this note down too. They didn't know what to call this game. That was one of the things that the creators struggled with. So they said they sent out like sort of like a contest out there, I guess you could say, and one of the choices was Tonic Trouble, and that's the one that got the most votes. Was Tonic Trouble.
It's a great name. I
think it's cool.
It's very unique. It's very like there's no other Tonic Trouble out there. I love it.
Yeah. And it doesn't look, like you said, even just like with the cover itself, it doesn't look like anything else too. I think that always helps. That goes a long way with games like this because they could sometimes feel the same way potentially, or maybe they don't have as many unique ideas. But if it doesn't look like anything you've played before, and largely I would say this game is, especially in the character design, then that makes a huge difference. Oh, here's the pogo stick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go.
So the other thing that got scrapped from this game, which is interesting, I have no idea how this would have worked, but when it was revealed in June of 97, like the actual showing of it, it was announced, but the actual showing of it at E3 that year in 97, so early E3, it said that it would have cooperative multiplayer on the 64DD. That was the original idea.
Oh, dang, that sounds awesome.
I know. I'm sure the levels would have been different. I'm sure there would have been a lot of things that would have had to change in order to make that a reality. But the fact that they had an idea for something like that, like a 3D cooperative platformer, I'd take that in this world, in this with this goofiness. I thought that'd be great.
I'd love to do like racing. That'd be sick.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. I didn't like the sliding things. I didn't like that. I thought it was.
You didn't like them?
No, I like the idea of it. I just don't think the execution was great. I know you just do this that in Rayman, but I think just because of the way that game controls, it just felt better.
Yeah, it's stiffer. It's like, I mean, you're riding a sled. It felt good. I don't know. I like them. I can't complain about those really. They do force you to like redo the track, which I don't like that, but
yeah,
like I want to be able to get everything in one go.
That's the thing is like the platforming parts of some of the stages I understand because it's like, you know, an ability that you don't have yet, but I don't think you can actually get everything by just doing it in one shot. And
no, you can't. You can't.
Yeah, that's poo.
Yeah, I don't like that. Not my favorite decision.
Yeah. Yeah, I think overall, I don't know. I think people should give this a shot, especially because it's easier to access now.
Yeah, and there is transformations, by the way, because we didn't really mention that.
Oh yeah,
you do have like a disguise thing, and he does like a little like it looks like he's doing the Disney Channel, like he waves his wand around and it glitters, and then he transforms into whatever. Like you'll have like basically like a not a pedestal. Well, I guess maybe a pedestal. I don't know, just like a thing on the ground that I'll have a picture of like a different thing, and it could be an enemy, it could be an object. Like
it's something that is around you in that area.
Yeah,
and you're sort of replicating it is what you're doing.
Yeah. So it's interesting. It's fun.
You turn into enemies essentially is mostly what it is. And at one point or a couple points, you like one of the ones you actually turn into a block, like an actual like square block, and I think you have to like insert it somewhere or put it by like a platform. It's just like it's so random. It's not like, oh, I turn into an enemy that can jump higher. No. You're a block so that you can get to that next spot. Like it's so random.
Yeah.
And you just slide along. You just go, just like move.
Yeah, you at one point change into Grog or whatever his name is.
Oh, yeah.
And like you walk over to this door and like to let you into the like super secret area. They're just like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, come on in. You're like, aha. It's great.
It's a real Mission Impossible. Where you like basically put the mask on and just like
exactly.
pretends to, yeah.
Totally me.
I'm trying to find some of the dialogue between Susie and Ed because I mentioned it before, and I can't pull up my Switch because it's dead. But one of the ones when you have to find feathers at one point, this is one of the ones that stood out to me. She stands at the end of each level and tells you, if you haven't checked your stats, you don't know what you've collected. Oh, you need this many more of this item or that item before my dad can make his next whatever it is that he's making, right? Or going to get you for the next stage. And with the feathers, she goes, oh, I guess you have to give all those feathers to my dad. I was hoping we could use them for something else.
Yeah, like what does that mean?
I love it. It's great. It's like such an adult joke in this game that's clearly not for adults.
Not at all.
It's great. It's fantastic. Yeah, that's the kind of like little sort of adult British humor, European humor type style that this game gets to at some points. And again, everything about this is just wacky. Everything about this game is just strange stuff. So, did you complete it this time? Did you get to the end?
Yep.
Or close? Oh, you did.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, but I didn't do it on NSO, which I kind of want to.
Oh,
maybe I'll do it in a year.
Yeah, so back.
I did it on my analog though. I played it on my analog, which was fun.
Mm-hmm.
And so it looks.
Did it look or run smoothly?
I can't say that it really ran better, but it ran solid through the whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't recall this ever having any frame rate issues, to be honest.
I didn't experience any. Again, it was NSO, so I don't know. But
yeah, on the actual N64, I don't remember ever, but it was a long time ago, and I did not play it on my actual N64, so it's possible it had frame dips and stuff. But I don't think, now that I think about it, I don't think Rayman 2 really has frame dips either.
And there's a lot more going on in that game for the most part.
It's a pretty optimized game. I think they were pretty much at it at this one too.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like there's enough going on in most of these stages, or enough fast movement, or too populated of a screen where like you might experience that in other games.
Mm-hmm.
That might have the same thing. It runs well. It feels mostly pretty good, and has a good personality. And I think that's enough to at least give it a shot. I would say wasn't sold on it for the first hour. Let's say I did like I said earlier, I did appreciate the whole like way that it introduces you to the way the game feels and everything. So that part was good, but there's not, it drip feeds you a little bit of your abilities and stuff. And I understand that's just part of these games. You unlock abilities and items and things like that. But I felt like because of the way the game feels, or because of the way that I was kind of confused at the beginning, I was like, I want to whack this enemy. I want to fly, or I want to do whatever it's going to offer me, because I had no idea what any of the abilities were. Once it does that, though, once you get even just the ability to have the stick to whack enemies and stuff, the game just feels a little bit better. You can do a little bit more, gives you more interesting levels, and every time you get an ability, the next stage lets you utilize that ability pretty well, and never feels overly difficult, and it doesn't take super long. And I do think that is an asset when it comes to a world where we can play 900 games a day if we wanted to.
Yeah, if you really push through this game, you could probably beat it in like 5-6 hours, maybe.
Yeah, maybe even honestly, like if you're pretty efficient with it, and you're kind of, I mean, especially if you look up tips and stuff like that. But even if you kind of just wing it, which I did, I didn't look up any strategies or any of those types of things. I think that's like the max that it's going to take, because like I said before, you don't have to collect every single item to get to the end, and it's not that hard. It's really not super difficult.
The first like half hour, you do the slidey thing, then you go in, you play like a small level, and you get the stick, and then you spend the next like 15-20 minutes trying to figure out where to go next.
That's true.
That's why the first like half hour to hour is really like grueling.
And even then, even after I thought I got the hang of which direction was what, I was like,
you start going in a direction, and then you get like so far, and then you're like, oh, I'm stuck. This wasn't the right way to go.
Or, I was just here. I went in a circle.
A map would have been very helpful, I think.
Well, there's just like a mini map, just a little
mini map that just, or like even just something that says like, not giving you portals to different areas.
Yeah.
Right off the bat. Like if you just, if they blocked it somehow, or they said get X amount of collectibles like Banjo does, it would have just streamlined it. It would have helped.
That's true. And there is a map in the pause menu, but it's really, it doesn't show you where you are. And it's just a picture, and it's like an oddly drawn picture, and it doesn't quite give you a sense of how far things are from each other. It's not great. It just, you click on map, and it's just a hand drawn picture of a vague sense of what things look like.
Love it.
And that's it. So yeah, actually that is one of the frustrations I had too, that I was just like, oh, I wish just a little thing, or like an arrow. Some of these games have like an arrow to say, hey, this is where you should go next. Just send me to that portal that takes me to that next level. That's it. That's all I need to do.
Yeah.
If you want me to, I can still wander. I can still find things in the hub world, which is totally fine. But my next spot that I need to go to, just put a little yellow arrow at the top. That won't bug me. It's not the kind of game that's trying to really kick your ass or anything like that. So a little tiny thing would be all it would take, even if the map ended up looking exactly the same. So I ran in circles a few times. That's 100% true.
It's just, you just can't not. It's just the way it is.
Yeah. And it's funny because some spots you go through a portal and you're like, oh, I'm in a different area. And like, oh, I'm going to go in that water and go through that tunnel and go this way and go that. Oh, wait, I just went in a circle. Why'd that portal exist when I could have just gone that direction? Like, I don't, it's a weird, hard to explain if you don't actually go through that situation. But I found that to be a little bit frustrating, but not anything to deter me from keeping playing. Like I said, I played the whole thing. Jiggy did too. And it's fun. I think it's a good time. I think people should give it a shot and give it a couple hours, and you'll really get a sense of what the game has to offer. So,
and you'll beat it.
And you'll probably beat it. Yeah. If you want an easy, like a breezy platform in time,
there you go.
It's pretty good in that way. So
it's a
quirky
fun
personality, lots of colors, good sort of way to kind of brighten things up and stuff. So that's a lot of fun. And if you have NSO and you're paying for the expansion pack, you want to find
no brainer.
Yeah. It's great. I wanted to play this anyway. And then once that NSO thing pinged, I think in like November or December when it first came out, I was like, oh, Jiggy, let's play this. This is perfect. Like, this is my chance to play something I haven't played before.
The quintessential experience is playing Tonic Trouble on NSO, and then right after you beat it, diving into Rayman 2 to see how they used the same formula and enhanced everything. And like, you really see how Tonic Trouble was the prototype.
Yeah.
And you see how Rayman 2 really got fleshed out and all the mechanics that are like sort of shared between the games. It's really, it's a cool little journey. It's a cool little journey. I like it.
What's great too is that like we played Rayman 2 last year for the show, like pretty much a year ago or 11 months ago essentially.
That's crazy, man.
And I remember it pretty solidly. Like that was one of my favorites from 2025 that we talked about.
Absolutely.
Was being able to play that and stuff. And even though I haven't had my hands on that game for a year, I recognize the differences of what was going on, and it's 100% exactly what you said. So that's totally true. I'm just a little distracted because I'm trying to find the things that the little things from oh man, here it is. Become a muscle man, Ed. You've got the style now. All you need is the muscles, and that's before you become Super Ed. So she's all over you. She's all over you.
She is the whole time.
Yeah. Oh, here it is. Here's the ending. Exactly like it was before. The vegetables and animals are back to normal again. Yay!
Yay!
And it's Ed and his girlfriend. Very, very, very happy. That's where the game ends. Tonic Trouble. Check it out, people. It's a lot of fun. It's an easy breezy time. Beautiful cover girl. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Tonic Trouble.
Before we get out of here, I just want to point out, if anyone hasn't seen me post on social media and hasn't noticed potentially, not everybody looks at thumbnails or things like that, but Jiggy put together a very cool sort of, I guess, the sidebar that you would have on the side of an N64 box.
Yeah, like the box.
Yeah, like what would be on the right side of the box art where it has like the peel and it says only for whatever. Jiggy made a really cool one. I think if I hide us on the stream, you won't be able to hear us, but it's super fun because he has all these little quips about the show and how I'm forgetful and how we have guests on and how the show is from kids to adults, but sometimes we swear, like things, or I swear at least. And it's really fun. I suggest people look at the thumbnails that I put up for the episodes because it's got Jiggy's very talented Photoshop art on it. To be,
might have to change it every once in a while too, depending.
Yeah, we could change it up. Yeah, exactly, right. We could do stuff like if we play like another Shadow Man or Perfect Dark, where it's a mature game, we can change.
Keep an eye out on those because we'll just put funny messages. It's not much for me to change them, so I'll do that time to time.
Yeah, because you got the template now, right? So
got the template.
Yeah, check out the thumbnails that I post when episodes go up and stuff like that. I just want to point it out because Jiggy does awesome work. It looks so slick, it looks good, and it just helps the show look and feel even better. So thank you, sir, for doing that. I think it's awesome.
You got it, dude.
And Jiggy, what is happening sort of in these first, I guess, couple months of 2026 if people listen to us early in the year?
Oh man, so much has happened. Banjo-Kazooie got recompiled on PC, that's probably the biggest news. And I happened to put out a video within an hour of it being released. So suck it.
If you don't know what that is, I suggest going to Jiggy's page at Jiggy Look Back on YouTube if you haven't seen it or haven't even clicked on that video, even if you are subscribed to him. And he does a really good job of sort of letting you know what that means. It's cool and what it offers. Yeah. And it's a short video, but it's very informative and, kind of points you in the direction if you ever want to play it or give it a shot or even just see what it looks like because you have the video up and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Yeah. So now I'm in a banjo mood because of it. And so I just dropped my big every species in Banjo-Kazooie video.
Right.
Which was a lot of work. And it's like a 20+ minute video.
Yeah.
And I am going to be releasing my Wandering Worlds Banjo-Tooie video, which is another really ambitious, not looking forward to working on so much this weekend, but I will get it done because I said I will. And yeah, that's Wandering Worlds for me it's sort of, I called it reverse Boundary Break because like how Boundary Break, like he goes out of bounds and looks at things. I stay in bounds and I go really like I zoom in and I'm like, let's look at this texture on the wall. What is this? What is this right here? What is this character holding? What does this poster say? Did you see this little Easter egg here? Like it's sort of like everything. We go through every single texture. Nothing is sacred. Nothing is safe. We find it. So I've only done it I've only done it twice, and I did Banjo-Kazooie, and I did Smash Bros. Melee, which they take forever. They're my least favorite videos to make, but probably the most rewarding videos to watch. So
yeah, you could tell the work is put into it. Honestly, as a viewer, you can tell that it's there, and that's awesome.
Thank you.
So, yeah.
I started
and I swear I'm not just saying that. I swear I'm not just saying that.
Full disclosure, I started Banjo-Tooie Wandering Worlds like 8 months ago, and I'm like, yeah, it's coming, guys. And I think I got through Witchy World. Like, I got that far, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. And I had to take a couple months off because it just takes forever.
It's a lot of detail. It's like really heavy research in a way, like that's pretty much what it is. The effort is there. I mean, your channel is great, and the work like that is great. Even like the smaller, quicker videos look great or slick, sound good, like all those things that you just did for, yes.
Did you see a shout out the podcast in my last video, the WTF moments in N64 games?
No, I haven't watched that one yet. I haven't watched it yet.
Okay, you should watch it because, well, I talked about the plot to Battle Tanks, spoiler.
Yes.
And highlighted the podcast, and I also at the very end highlighted Elmo. And dude, no, I'm not joking. You will laugh hysterically when you see the end and what I said. Like when I did it, I was crying laughing. And it was so funny to me. And yeah, a couple of people pointed it out. Like, I don't know if everyone noticed, but if you do notice, it's so funny, dude.
Okay, so this is right at the. I'm gonna watch the whole thing, but it's at the end.
It's a short video. It's quick, but it's totally worth it.
It's popped up because I see that when you post videos and stuff, it lets me know and stuff. But I that's just one of the ones I haven't clicked on yet. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll like it. I'm pretty sure.
All right, I'm looking forward to it. Look at that. See, look at that. You get to look forward to something when we hang up the call. That's great. Remember, 64 is just trekking on through 2026. Going to try and. I've sort of found a couple games that maybe we'll play coming up. One of them is an unreleased game. I think I sent you the link to it, or at least the Wikipedia article to it. What's it called again here? What was it? Dragon something? Can't remember exactly.
Bro, it is Dragon Sword.
Dragon Sword. So this when I saw this, I was like, oh, I want to see, like, I saw someone post like, oh, this is an unreleased. It might have been the Video Game Hall of Fame, or someone posted on Blue Sky or on Instagram or something like that, and I go, oh, what's this game? And then I realized it was unreleased, but there's a way to still play it thanks to ROMs and people being able to grab the code. And
that's pretty freaking cool.
And it's like one of those games that was like really, really, really close to being released, but just never was. So it kind of like a little bit like Animal Crossing, honestly, a little bit like
Animal Crossing. It's sort of like the same thing happened to 40 Winks. Do you know about that one?
Yes, that I want to play. I'm very interested to get to that at some point.
I have it. I played just like a smidge of it. I played it on my EverDrive, but
nice. Yeah, and that's how we'd have to play Dragon Sword. Anyways, it looks like a 3D action game.
Yeah, it looks neat.
And some ranged attacks. It looks kind of like a faster paced. I mean, I don't know, like Gauntlet Legends, if you ever played that, because that's an N64 game that we'll get to eventually too. Kind of feels like that. You're closer to the character and you're sort of swinging your sword, and it's kind of like I don't know. Anyways, it looks interesting. So that might be something we play. And then there's maybe we'll play a really bad Zelda game that we've heard of at some point this year and stuff, but stuff to look forward to. And remember 64. And we'll have some guests lined up soon as well. And if you want to hear me talk about anything that isn't N64 at any point, the Still Loading podcast will have me on twice in the first at least few months of the year of 2026. One of them I will be talking about Yoshi's Island, which I believe will be out sometime in March. And then Return to Castle Wolfenstein, which is the one that came out for PC and I believe PS2. It was in that era, early 2000s, sort of like the first sort of upgraded version of what Wolfenstein was. And I believe that's shortly after that, but don't hold me to that. But stay tuned to Still Loading, where there'll be lots of great games to talk about, but those are the ones that I'm going to be playing along with Josh. Josh just talked to him this morning about it. And that's pretty much it, everybody.
Nice.
64 on YouTube, on Instagram, on Blue Sky. Subscribe, tell your friends, watch the video if you haven't yet. Jiggy's always got show and tell. This time I don't. I wish I bought the Rosalina storybook for my kid.
Cool.
Yeah, it's
That's
upstairs.
awesome.
It's now part of the rotation. I just got it 2 days ago, but I read the first couple pages with them and stuff. It's really nice. The pictures inside are really sort of, it doesn't look like the Mario game, you know, it doesn't look like Mario Galaxy. It looks like hand painted sort of style and stuff. And he's at that age where he can point out certain things now, like he sees the stars and he's like, star. And I'm like, great. This is perfect that I got this. He knows what a star is. So
for those who do watch or don't watch, rather, I'll just have you know that I organized my desk and it looks very nice and clean now.
Because we've gone over that before, yeah.
Yeah, it looks awful, but now it's like clean. And look, I moved to my little Rare. Rob's holding up the Rare logo.
Yeah.
Which I feel like
just Rob the Robot's holding it. That's awesome.
Rob the Robot is holding my 3D printed Rare logo that used to be on my back shelf. Yeah. And did I show you the throw blanket, the banjo? I got the Fan Gamer.
I saw your picture, and it is. When I saw that they had that, I was like, I gotta get this.
Just pull it down because it's cool.
To get it to Canada though was insane.
Oh man,
that's the problem. Yeah, I really want it. I would honestly, I would use it. It would be, it's so nice.
Oh, it's upside down, of course.
It's from Fan Gamer, right? I think.
Yeah, Fan Gamer.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see it, but
yeah, we can see it. It's great.
You got banjo, bottles, mumbo.
Yeah, you got the notes, you got the honeycombs.
What's kind of neat too is if you flip it around, it's like the inverted image of it.
Oh yeah, like the negative.
The negative. I think that's kind of neat that it has that, because then you can like, if you have something like maybe this side doesn't really match or something, like maybe you can, because it's kind of like a maroon.
Or you're worried about like spilling something on the lighter side, you know?
Yeah, it's like either side you can display. I don't know. I thought it was interesting.
It's cool. Yeah. I love the sort of like muted color palette almost too that they have with the style. It's very different. It's not like they just rip stuff right out of the game. It actually looks a little bit different, which is fun. So
yeah.
So that's always good.
I also ordered a very cool I found this thing. I think it's called Record Props or Props Records. I'm sorry if I'm getting that wrong company, but thank you. I ordered 2 of them. They have like these vinyl record displays.
Oh yeah.
And so they're like an X basically that you put on the wall, and then it hangs the record like in a little notch. And then the vinyl and then like the art for it can like sit on the X behind it. So soon I will finally be able to display my Banjo-Kazooie Rejiggied album, which will look fantastic on this wall.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna. This is probably gonna look a little different. I might move this part of this one. I think I'm gonna put the throw like on the wall, so it covers the whole wall, and then I'll probably move this banner somewhere else. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it's gonna pan out, but it's gonna look a little different for those who watch the podcast, which is great.
If anything, I'm looking forward to it. So if that means anything at all,
I think it's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be the best. It's gonna be the greatest wall.
I walk in and I think, man, that's the best wall I've ever seen. That is.
People say it's the best wall.
People say they know walls. I know walls. That is the best wall. They're all good.
People say they know walls. That is something that would be said, isn't it? Oh god.
Totally 100%.
Put the
no one knows walls like me.
People tell me people tell me I have the best walls.
I know I have the best walls. Okay.
They don't have to tell me.
They don't have to tell me anything. I know I have them. We have them. America, make walls great again.
with banjo content.
With banjo, of course.
That's it. All right, everybody. Happy 2026 again. On to new games.
By the way,
that was good. Man. That was fun. I'm surprised that hasn't happened yet. You know, how long have we had the chance to do that? That's the first time. Oh God. Okay, everybody. Look forward to some episodes coming up, and follow us on social media. Remember 64 and Remember 64 Show. Give Jiggy Look Back a follow if you don't already, and subscribe on YouTube. And the same with this channel, everybody. Goofy videos and all episodes going up. Goodbye, everyone. See you next time on Remember 64. Ciao. Play Tonic Trouble.